The real and essential question to be asked if you want to become a data scientist is, do I really need to have a background in computer science, mathematics, or statistics for me to become a data scientist? Well, the answer is no, because anybody can be a data scientist even if he or she is from a different background. I am not a computer science graduate, nor a mathematician or a statistician. All I need is the drive and passion to study data science. Of course, I do understand that you feel it's really very difficult to transition to data science if you don't have a background in mathematics, statistics, or computer science. It would be very difficult for you to cope with the different challenges of math and programming. And I do understand that, most especially if you do have some challenges with respect to your mathematical ability. Having the knack for mathematics is actually not a gift for everybody. But the good news is that you can learn them. You can learn statistics. You can learn mathematics. You can even learn programming. And all you have to have is your drive, your passion, and your discipline to learn all of these subjects. Being from a different background is actually an advantage in some cases. And then why I say so, it's because you can be relatable. Okay, for example, if you are a person who is from a business background, then it would be very easy for you to deal business questions. And it would be also easier for you to relay your message, to relay your results to your audience. The reason for that is that you can identify which terms are more technical and which terms are not. When I say technical, it has something to do with the terms that are very unique to data science. Of course, ordinary people cannot understand some of these high terms. When you make a report, it would be easier for you to just pick those words which are very relatable to your audience, to your bosses, to your department heads. In my case, for example, I am not a data science graduate. I am not a computer science graduate. I'm not an engineering graduate. I am not a mathematician, never a statistician. And what I only have is my drive and passion and discipline to learn data science. There are actually a lot of resources these days. You can go to YouTube, you can ask Google, and these platforms would give you different information with regard to what are these things that you're going to learn. There are actually a lot of free books, video tutorials. You can also attend to different online conferences, and also there are free podcasts about data science. So all of these things are very rich resources of learning. And this is how I have learned data science. So I never had any formal training with respect to this field. One thing I know is that I have these skills that are very near to learning data science the fastest way. And I have been telling you about this one. If you don't have closest background to data science, then all you have to do is just you're going to check yourself if you have these skills or talents that are really very near to learning data science. In my case, for example, I am more mathematically inclined, and my interest for programming can really help me a lot in learning the different set of skills needed to be a data scientist. So I am a fusion of my own background coming from a different field, my interest in mathematics, and my passion for programming. So when all of these things are put together, it would create a very different me, a unique person who can really transition to data science, not really the fastest way, but as far as my own journey is concerned, it would be the most effective way of doing things very efficient. And this is why I am really an advocate of personalizing, customizing your approach to data science. The reason for this is that you would be effective in planning what would be the first course to take, what would be the second course to take, and so on and so forth, because you know in your heart what it is that you're going to fill in. Isn't it very appealing to study the things that really appeal to you the most? When you know the gaps to fill, when you know what are these things that you lack, then it would be easier for you to make your own schedule. It would be easier for you to plan your own syllabus and even design your own curriculum. But mind you guys, this kind of approach may not work for everybody. And I don't want to recommend this for people who have enough time to get a degree. If you are too young and you have enough time, then I highly suggest that you have to go to university, you go to school and get a degree. And I believe that having a degree really creates a more solid foundation of your knowledge and skills. So before we continue, please hit that subscribe button down there. So we have courses in mastering machine learning algorithm, natural language processing, deep learning mathematics, and data science tips that really can help you maximize your time and optimize your talents and skills that are related to data science. So how do I create things very efficient as far as my own habits in learning things are concerned? First and foremost, I want to tell you that there are actually overwhelming number of resources that you can find online. You can read blogs, you can watch different videos on YouTube. There are actually lots of free online portals that can help you learn data science for free. Because they are so huge, they can affect your focus. They can affect your focus. It's because you are easily distracted by the new offerings that you could see online, new videos that would tell you that this kind of course is very interesting, that this kind of path is the best path for you, without even knowing what you really need. Again, I want to tell you this one. These huge resources that can be found online are actually very good because they are available anytime, anywhere, as long as you have the connection to the internet. But then again, when you don't plan your learning path, then it would be very difficult for you to just pick which ones really matter the most as far as your needs are concerned. So the best thing now to ask for you to be able to make a self-designed curriculum for data science is that, what are my lacks? Then start your plan with knowing and understanding what are these things that you don't have. And with this, it would be very easier for you to fill in the gap. And how are you going to fill in the gap? First is, I've been telling you about this one, you're going to identify the different skills needed to be a data scientist. But then, of course, you have to start from the very bottom before going to the most advanced skills. In my experience, for example, because I knew that I was not really good in mathematics, I was not trained in computer science, I really had to begin with the very basic. It was the time for me to really start from the very basic of mathematics. I had to learn the basic algebra, the basic calculus, and even the basic geometry, because these things really provide me the foundation of data science. If you know these foundations in mathematics, so you have statistics and probability, you do have the calculus, the algebra, the analytic geometry, then it would be very easier for you to understand the programming behind data science. And I want to be very direct in telling you this. The technical aspects of data science are founded on mathematics, statistics, and other fields. For example, before you're going to program a certain model, I think it would be best for you to first understand what a good model is, how to design a good model. Without programming, without coding, you should be able to test and validate your model. You should be able to understand the different concepts needed to adjust and manage the model as well. Because a model is not static, it is changing because it has to adapt with the new trends, the new demands, new situations, so that the solutions offered would be timely and relevant. So that's why it's really very effective if you plan your learning path. And when I say planning your learning path, it has something to do with designing your own self-study curriculum. When you see new ebooks online, when you come across new courses, ask yourself, do you really need them? Are these courses, books, blogs really answer your needs? What I mean here is that you're going to stick to your plan. And why do I have to say this? It's because time is gold. Time is really very important. You can't afford to waste your time, especially when you are 35 and above years old. It would be very late for you to really study a lot of things and do menial and useless things rather than focusing on what is really important and relevant depending on your needs, depending on the learning path or self-study curriculum that you have designed. So what could be the best self-study curriculum? Now let me share with you mine. The best self-study curriculum is the combination of both theories and practice. Theories, it's because they provide you the basic understanding of the different concepts and ideas that are really very important in dealing with the different problems in data science, because when you don't understand these concepts and theories, it would be very difficult for you to identify and design the different solutions that you can offer to a certain case. So with this, the best thing to study first is the concepts and theories, because they provide you the fundamental intuition to understand a certain concept, a certain algorithm. So you have to retain the knowledge. For example, when we talk about gradient descent, what is the fundamental intuition of gradient descent? Do you know that? So you have to imagine that you are descending from the mountaintop going to the bottom. So how are you going to understand the global minima and the local minima? So when you have the proper understanding of the intuition of gradient descent, then it would be very easier for you to deal with the different concepts, the different approaches and applications. So in this part, it would be advisable for you to not just take the intricate details of the different theories, because as you progress with your practice, then you can just easily fill in the details of the theories and concepts. Having a practical application of the theories and concepts, this helps you gain more insights about the different aspects of data science. Say, for example, when you apply the logistic regression in your business, then how are you going to design a certain model based on these particular scenarios? What adjustments are you going to make? So understanding the business case would help you understand the different intricate details of logistic regression. And so with that, you would be able to really process the different insights that surround your business case. So do you want to know more about my YouTube channel? Just click the card on your right screen. You can enjoy our deep learning, mathematics, mastering machine learning algorithm, natural language processing, and data science tips. And you can learn and upskill for free.